Samsung's beautiful Galaxy S8 has been a smash hit, and the S9 is more of an evolution on this winning formula rather than a revolution. All of the best bits of the S8 have been carried over to the S9, which also has some very intelligent and thoughtful additions. And since the S9 arrived, the S8 has received a price cut. So is it worth going for the S8 now, or splashing out a little more for the S9? Let's find out. First of all, let's start by looking at all the good stuff you get on both of these devices. Obviously, the gorgeous looks are kept pretty much identical whichever one of these phones you choose. The screen size is unchanged at 5.8 inches and the resolution remains the same as well. We love Samsung's Infinity displays. Both phones are IP68 water and dust resistant, and they both have a 3.5mm headphone jack, which is becoming quite rare these days. Battery life is more or less identical here too, and both of these phones have 4GB of RAM, so are nice and fast. You still get the microSD card support on both, which we find really useful to have. So what's the S9 got that the S8 hasn't? The S9 has a 20% brighter screen, which is really useful when you're outside, and although you can't tell, the screen is also a little bit thicker and more durable, which is great news for the accident prone. The fingerprint scanner on the back is in a much more sensible place, so you're a lot less likely to smudge the camera lens than you are with the S8. The speakers on the S9 blow the S8 away. Not only are they stereo speakers tuned by AKG, but they also feature Dolby Atmos for a surprisingly spacious and immersive sound. Another useful feature is the SD card slot on the S9. It's now compatible with 400GB SD cards, whereas the S8 can handle SD cards up to 256GB. The best part of the S9 for us though is the camera tech, which is seriously impressive. It's a big step up from the S8, mainly due to the dual aperture technology, which can shift between f2.4 for when you're shooting in bright conditions and f1.5 for when you're shooting in dark conditions or even at night. Without a doubt, the S9 has a massive upgrade here. You'll also get amazing super slow-mo video capabilities. The results are really impressive, and we've been enjoying this a lot. One thing to bear in mind though is that with the S8 series, the camera tech is the same whether you go for the S8 or the S8 Plus. This is not the case with the S9 series, as you have to upgrade to the larger S9 Plus to get the additional telephoto lens. If you don't mind a larger and slightly pricier phone, this could be worth doing if you're all about getting the best possible snaps. Personally, I prefer the more pocketable size of the S9, but it's worth thinking about. So there you have it, two great phones, the new S9 with some fantastic new tech, and the rock solid S8, which is now better value than ever. Whichever phone you choose, you'll find it at Direct Mobiles.